There you are. I went live.
How
I
are
went
you?
live right out of the gate, so we didn't have a chance to go, "Oh, we're going live. Let's get some decorum going here."
Oh, let me turn my phone to silent.
That's a good idea. I should probably do that myself.
Oh, my alarm came on for Funny Fridays.
There it
Hey,
is.
it says we're live already.
We are.
How
You
did
missed
that
that
happen?
part?
It's 12:59.
I know.
Ah, you got me again.
I gotcha. No, I I was like, I'm just gonna hop on right away and just not give us a chance to get our decorum, of, oh, we're live. We need to shift gears. No, we need to come on the way we always come on. That was the whole point of us being funny, right?
But I have my ears in today in advance. I have advanced ears.
Advanced years, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
As opposed to advanced years.
Well, I think I have that too. I'm a double whammy today.
I'm sending a hello and some heart emojis to our Facebook user. I'm still not sure. Sometimes whatever icon name, whatever shows up, and sometimes it doesn't. And I don't know if that has anything to do with if they're watching us on their channel or if they're watching us through one of ours. So I don't know. But hello. I'm sending you love.
Hello, Facebook user.
And now that Denise Denise has been to Shanghai, she's been bushwhacked.
Yeah, once again.
I'm watching Gunsmoke, and Gunsmoke, I've recorded it so I can zip through all the commercials. And Gunsmoke was on TV for like 20 years. So I'm thinking, I shouldn't have to ever see a rerun of these reruns, right?
NCIS has been on for about that long too. But you know what I'm watching now? The Pretender. Have you ever seen that?
No, I don't
It
think so.
actually it's
It's
I
a
think you
series?
would like it. It's a series. Yeah, on Prime. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't watch Prime. I don't do the Prime thing. I kind of got upset with them. You pay for it, and then they started throwing commercials at you. I was like, hey, that ain't right.
In Prime?
Mm-hmm.
I'm only getting commercials of what other things are playing. I'm not getting commercials on commercials. Except, okay, they have certain channels that you can only watch for free if you accept commercials, kind of like YouTube now.
No, we were, in order to watch this one show, we had to subscribe to Prime to do it. And then they started putting commercials on. And I was like,
It
all
could
right.
be the channel.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to, don't hold me hostage. So I was like, anybody who's going to be there? No, I'm not going to.
I was okay, and I'm going to put it out there. If anybody knows about this, there's a thing called Rocket something, but I'm afraid to subscribe to it from old school of like, oh, they're going to have access to all my information because it took me
the old Flash.
It's where they go through and they find all the subscriptions you have ever had, and they tell you, and they bring it all up, and you can cancel it right there in the app. And like Netflix and and DVD and because I have Audible, and I honestly haven't used it as much since COVID because I was using it all the time when I was driving over the place for all the clients and the doodads. So now I have like 7 or more credits, and I'm like, what am I going to do?
You know what? Do it when you're doing your puzzles.
Good idea.
I started because I was torn between a book I wanted to read. I think it was this book club I was in, and the person there, Denise Flood, she was like, "Oh, I have this book for this book club. It'll be great." And I was like, "All right, I'm game." And I'm like, "And when am I going to read it?" So then it was available on Audible. So what I did, or how, yeah, I guess Audible is what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, because I'm a crocheter, and I just
Oh, you
listen
can
to
do it while
TV.
you do that,
Yeah,
right?
I listen to
Yeah.
TV anyway. In fact, I told you, my daughter like the K-dramas, and we have to get the ones that are dubbed because if I can't crochet and read at
I
the
have
same
one for
time.
you. Wait, and I'll have to find the name, but it's it's a Korean film or series, and I think it's on Netflix. Don't hold me to
I'm
that.
sure it is. Netflix
But
has got a huge, huge library of them.
it's the guy who is like a master chef and very arrogant about it. Um, and something happens to him, and he changes the past and a princess. And he's a woman in the past having to marry the king.
Okay.
And it's
Huh.
hilarious so far.
Well, you'll have to text me the name. Is it dubbed? Is it dubbed or?
I don't know. I'm a reader when it's like even when I have it on English, I mishear things sometimes, and so I just have the
Oh,
words
yeah,
on.
sometimes I'll do that if I can't make out what somebody's saying, I'll do it, but I normally don't keep the captions on. Okay, well, you'll have to let me know. Well, I would you would know if it's dubbed though, right? Because aren't you listening to them in English if you can?
I can't not remember
You
because
you you would know if you were hearing English.
but
Come on, unless you're really good at Korean, I could see where you're like, "Well, hey, Gwen, I'm bilingual.
hey
It
Gwen,
doesn't matter."
I'm non-lingual. It doesn't matter.
So, in other words, you're just plain not paying attention.
Yes. That is
I
the
have
time
to
where I get to not pay attention.
Watching
Television.
TV would be very interesting with you.
I don't like when people talk to me when I'm watching a movie or TV, and my family is big talkers and interjectors, and I am like, oh my god.
Yeah, we've got this thing, sometimes you have to, just feel like you have to, and so if it's something really over the top, I'll be like, "Pause it. I have to say
Yes.
this." Or if Misty or sometimes we'll talk over and and if we're trying to listen, it's like we do this quiet coyote.
Oh,
My ex-husband, the other night, we were watching, on Sunday nights, there's, I think 1928, I think is what we're watching.
oh, okay.
And, I don't know what was going on. We listened to it. He must not have got it. So he reversed it. He, rewound it a little bit, listening to it again. And then, he, and I started to say something because I guess I didn't realize he hadn't heard it or something, but I said something. And he's like, "Do I need to rewind this a third time to hear it?"
That's where you need to have the subtitles.
I have gotten really bad about, I guess I watch so many things on recording that have been recorded, pre-recorded, if you will, that I was on a webinar, a live webinar, and I missed what the woman said, and I was trying to figure out how I could pause it or rewind it back and hear what she said, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is live." Gwen, you really need to pay attention because it's live.
Yeah, darn
Oh,
it when
dear.
life works that way. It's live. What is that? Oh, wait, we're live? Yeah. I
Wait,
hope y'all aren't
can't we
trying to
get this?
rewind us.
They can later, though,
That's
because
true.
because we'll be on
That's
there,
true.
and later on they'll go, "What
That's
did
true.
she just say? That had to
Well,
be
I
the
had a very
weirdest
good
thing I've ever
time.
heard in my life."
I went ahead and, I told you about listening to my own meditations that are online. So I'm taking my own advice. Well, I went to my YouTube channel and I just hit listen all. Well, there's several of our funny Fridays. And I'm like, this is just like sitting down and having a good chat. No wonder it's so fun. Because I was like,
Yep.
oh,
Oh, wait. Ah,
tomorrow.
there she is. Oh, it's
Yay.
paired. So I think there's a paired thing next to your name. So it must mean that that's why we can see you. Is that it? So you
She's
pair.
paired with us.
I'm not quite sure how to pair.
No, she's
So
paired.
anybody who's listening or wants to ever show up in our chat room by name, I guess you'll have to figure out how to pair yourself.
Versus plums. No.
I'm sorry. I was typing to Tamara, and I obviously can't type and talk and listen all at the same time. Did you say pears? I mean, I said pears, and then you said another fruit, didn't you?
I did.
Okay.
Plums.
Plums.
We're in the pea fruits. Pineapple, plums, pears,
Okay.
passion fruit.
Kumquats.
That's a Q, though. That's not a Q. That's a K, isn't it? Kumquat?
Pumquats.
Plumquats.
Plum.
Plumquats?
Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, our friend is talking to us. I said hi before, but was on a different
Oh, you're
platform.
on my
Gotcha.
Facebook page.
She's
Yay.
on yours. How come you're on hers and not mine? Oh, I'm so crushed.
Are you?
Hey, you know what? I have to
What?
share. Go on. You were going to say something to me.
No, I was just going to ask Tamara because I don't want you crushed like a tomato. I thought I'd make you spit your drink out. Are you drinking bone broth?
Nope. I switched to coffee. I finished the bone broth right before we got on. Switched to coffee.
Oh, she has a reason. Wait a second. That means you went to hers first? Oh, I'm crushed.
Oh. Oh, you know what it is? It's because your channel is paired.
Ah, my channel is paired.
Because
Yes.
whatever. You did something. You did something and you made it work. Hey, I got to tell you something. Remember we talked about Nigerian princes and stuff? And and in fact, when I titled it for the YouTube channel, I put Nigerian catfish, because really that's what they are. It's Nigerian catfish. And then I kind of, let it go. And then the other day I was on my Facebook, they've got that meta business thing. So you can go in and you can look at your analytics. So I was in there looking at my analytics, and I was looking at the demographics to see, where people are coming from and what's going on. And I looked at my Instagram demographics, and oh gosh, can you imagine what the second highest country following me on Instagram is?
Is it
Nigeria?
Korea? Nigeria? Oh, because you're a princess.
I'm their queen.
Ah.
So there you go. I have confirmation that all of my Nigerian catfish are exactly that. So I went on and I said, I need to eliminate the catfish. So I went in and started removing, because they just kind of hang out there. They're really not doing anything except skewing my numbers and stuff. Tamara says she loves my book.
Yes.
Thank you, sweetie.
Yes.
Leave a review. Anybody who listens to this who got the book and started to read it, finished it, whatever, leave a review on Amazon.
Oh, I
It
think
helps
it's
the
right here.
algorithms.
Wait,
Maybe,
just in
maybe it'll chase off the catfish.
just in case they need to see what it looks like. It's here. And it is wonderful. I did leave a review.
Thank you, sweetie.
Yeah.
I just ordered a bunch of books to go to the fairs with. So, and a banner, stand-up banner and everything. So anyway, yeah, that's exciting. Thank you. Thank you for the plug.
Fair season is kind of coming to an end now here, right?
Bear season?
FAIR.
We need captions. What is she saying? Bear season? How did we get on bears? We went from catfish to bears.
It's National Wildlife Week. I don't know if that's true, but hey, we could make it so.
I'm going to say thank you, Tamara, to everything
Yes.
you said. Thank you.
Yes.
You're so sweet. You are
Yes.
sweet. Oh my goodness. Fairs. Actually, no. The fair, well, farmers markets, I think,
Yes.
bear season in November. Thank you, Tamara. My brain's not confused enough. You had to throw that one.
Well, and you know what? Fair season also starts in November because that's when we have season.
Well, for,
Fair bear. Fair. There might be fair fairs.
For farmers markets, the spiritual fairs, and we've got a couple of members who do they organize the fairs here in Florida, and they kind of go all year round. In fact,
well, if it's AC,
last year they started,
if they have AC fairs, that absolutely.
Oh yeah, they're all indoors. These are all indoors, and they started doing them again last year. And then this year, I was looking at their schedules because I'm going to start participating again and getting out there and talking up Spiritual Communities Network and the members and my book. And tons. They've got a bunch of them scheduled. And they're all through the year. So if you are into fairs, definitely do that. There's a fair that just started near St. Pete for the weekend. Yeah. I don't know if it's one of the two members.
It might not be Mystic.
It could be.
Fairs. Yeah.
It could be Mary Ellen. Mary Ellen does a lot of them all over. And then you have Candace who does it as well. March 11th here in Naples is the one that Candace will be doing. And then at the end of March is a Sarasota one that Mary Ellen's doing. So, yeah, so they're fun. I love doing fairs. I just, and that's probably one thing I did miss during COVID was, I've done fairs forever. Arts and crafts type fairs, women's fairs, all kinds of, because I love to sit at the tables and chat with people. I just love it. I probably if I didn't chat so much, I'd sell more stuff. But I just love just meeting people, just saying hello and meeting everybody. And
it has a different energy. I was at a client's home yesterday, and she asked me about, do I do a lot of things out? And I said, I'm just kind of getting back to it. And it's funny. And I absolutely love the fact that you can, like Zoom came along and we can do things online, but it's not the same as having that like one-on-one and giving somebody a hug. There's like, those virtual hugs just aren't the same.
But just seeing people and chatting. And there's something about a fair environment too, that just, especially when you have a table, because you have the other people that are there for the fair, and so you just kind of chat and get to know different people that way. And then you have the clients going through, and it's all fun.
It is. It's a festive environment. Yeah.
I remember I went to a fair It was at an apartment building.
Mm-hmm.
It was an apartment thing, and they had a big sign out saying that they were having this big, thing, some kind of little fair thing going. And I was like, oh, I think I'll pop in and check this thing out. And I popped in there, and I ran into this woman selling essential oils. And
You
she had them,
can't
and
say.
I think her name was Denise Flood. She looks a lot like you. She And it was really cute because you had all these, like, coffee mugs
Oh,
with
yes.
instant coffee in it, and then an essential oil that they could put into it, or, just you had it was and there was hot cocoa. They were really cute. I remember I got
Yes.
them for,
Oh, that was a Christmas
Christmas gifts.
Addison Place. That's where that
Yeah.
was. Yes. And that was my good friend Christine. She does sip shop socialize events.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Back
it
then
was
she was
cute.
doing
It was
more
a
little,
really
yeah, yeah,
really nicely done, and your table was
yeah,
so cute, and like I said,
yeah.
real clever gift ideas. I mean, they were just so clever. I loved them. I loved them. You
Yay.
should take pictures of those and post those periodically and let people know that you've got those available.
Thank you, Gwen. You always give me great ideas. I really do appreciate that.
Pop those on there, take a picture, tell people. Tell people what you do.
Cocoa,
They were
cocoa,
cute. Yeah, I mean,
peppermint
they
oil.
were really cute. Yeah,
Yeah,
you had all different kinds. I think cinnamon and
yeah,
and the peppermint tea, and yeah, fun
yeah.
stuff. In fact, you and I met at a fair. Do you remember?
We did.
Oh,
That
you
was
froze. You
the
froze. I thought I
we
stumped you
had.
there.
I know we met on Goodlet Frank at Bethany's. Not
Mhm.
Bethany.
Mm-mm.
Beth's store.
I am so glad you did that. I last time we talked, we were talking about names and not getting names right. I do that every time I go in there. I go, "Hey, Beth." Because I want to call her Bethany. And what was bad is they both were there at one point, right? Bethany
Yes.
was working out
Well,
of there.
that's how
And
I met Bethany. Yeah,
oh,
and that's
really?
where, yeah,
Okay.
that's I took her master uh, Reiki. Um, yep,
She's
from her.
really good with essential oils.
Yes, yes, she had her whole
Really
line.
good.
And
Yeah.
Tamara, I have one. I will set it aside for you. You just have to tell me snowman, Santa, snowman or Santa.
Um, yeah, Bethany. Now, see, I know Bethany from back when Spiritual Communities Network did its Follow the Light tour when we anchored in Spiritual Community of Naples. That big
Mm.
first ever 11/11/11 event. Bethany was part of that. She had
I
her
didn't live
place.
here yet. I don't believe I lived
No,
here at that time.
probably
No.
not. Yeah,
Yeah.
she had her place called
Yes, she was out.
Sage, something in Sage.
Yes, yes,
It was
yes. I
beautiful.
met her just at
Mm.
the end of that. And then when she partnered with Beth. Yeah. Snowman. I got
No
it.
man's the winner.
Yeah.
She
All right.
had a beautiful place,
Yeah.
just beautiful, and she had just wonderful classes and things there. I mean,
Mm.
she's an amazing person in and of herself
Yes.
with the essential oils, the crystal bowls, um, just the work she does. She's,
Yes.
and yeah, yeah. In fact,
Yes.
she commented on our talk back a week or two ago, and I saw her name. I was like, oh my gosh,
I
I have
love her
known
new
her
place.
forever.
She's out there in the wilderness up there.
Where
Is it?
when she moved? She's not
Yeah,
here
yeah.
in
She's not here anymore.
oh,
Yeah. Okay.
huh. Well, Bethany, if you see or hear this, hi, hon.
Yes. Yes.
You'll have to let us know where
Oh,
you're
yeah,
at, what's going
yeah.
on.
Because it's perfect for her. Because that was it. It was the shamanic master Reiki And so where she moved just is so much in alignment with that.
Nice.
It's a beautiful place.
So is she local? Still
Yeah.
local?
I don't think so. I haven't seen her
Oh.
because they sold their house. They were over off of Immokalee.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. She lived real close to where Shelby and I lived when we very first moved to Naples, way back when Immokalee Road was 2 lanes.
I definitely didn't live here then. Was it a dirt road?
It was pretty darn close. No, it was. Remember, I said I lived out in the estates,
Right.
and so we had an office on Railhead, which is Old 41, way over by Bonita.
Okay, where the donut shop is.
Yeah, that road that's right there. That's Old 41. So we had
Good
an
reference
office there.
point.
Yeah. So, women do that. Women give directions based on points of interest. So we used to live off of White.
Okay.
Okay. We lived back there. And so I would drive every day from there out to Old 41. And, I could do it probably in 30 minutes because there wasn't anything. There wasn't lights. There wasn't traffic. There wasn't anything from where I lived to the church right there on Immokalee, that one with the big steeple. That used to be the big marker. I would tell people when they got off the freeway, you turn right, you'll see the steeple, drive. And I'd have people go, I'm glad you said the steeple because there wasn't anything,
Isn't that
because
a
it was all
BJ's
wood.
or something across the street from that? Is that the church you mean? Where the BJ's is across the street?
Jason's.
Oh yeah, Jason's Deli. Yes, that area. Okay.
Yeah, that church.
Yeah.
Willoughby Acres. Yeah, there wasn't anything from there to I-75 and from 75 back to where I lived. So I could, now it takes, if I had to do that drive, it would take me an easy hour.
Oh, more than that. We had friends that lived even closer in. They were off of Oil Well as well, and she worked just out where the Publix is on 41 in Immokalee, where that whole, and it would take her over an hour to get to work. They moved up to Port St. Lucie. Is that on this side?
No, I think
no. Okay, wait.
I think St. Lucie's on the other side.
Okay, it's something else. It's above Fort Myers and Cape Coral, but just right up, right. It's someplace. It's got a name.
No, it's down here somewhere.
It takes a while. Yeah. Even when we first moved here, now we've been here 8 years, going on 9. No, wow, wait. Yes, 9 years. And when we drove out east on Golden Gate Boulevard, it was dirt road once you got past Everglades, kind of.
Yeah.
Now there's stores out there.
I know. I had to go out there for something, and I'm driving. I'm like, oh, they've got a pharmacy. Oh, look, they've got a restaurant. Oh, look, because they used to have just that little store, that little, I don't want to call it a convenience store because it wasn't. It was more of a.
It was not. It was an inconvenient store.
No, it was convenient, but it was more of. I'm trying to, down in Florida, we talked about it. WTF, right? It's like the Wild West down here, and that's what that little store always reminded me of, because when you got out there wasn't anything at all, and that was like the general store. That's the word I was looking for. It was the general store. It had a restaurant in it. It had groceries in it. It had auto parts in it.
Like if you didn't want to travel 20 miles in town, you could get it there.
Right?
Oh,
It was
that's
one of
funny.
those things where, like, my roommate from college, you'd have to get up and get dressed up to go into town.
I
We're gonna
grew
go
up
to
like
Publix
that.
today.
Yeah.
Everybody, get on the buckboard. We're heading in.
Oh, speaking of buckboards, we wanted to get some hay. I have to figure out where to get hay around here. We
Oh,
want to like do a garden, but up on those sawhorses, and you put plywood, and then you put the hay bales. Because I'm not going to do any backbending work.
what are you gonna do with these bales
You
of hay?
you just cut holes, and you can stick the plants right in there with the dirt, and then they grow. I've seen it on YouTube. It's gardening for me.
It's a myth.
Well, I've been told I'm a myth, so we should do good together.
Well, that should be cute. I would say, well, Immokalee comes to mind, the town of Immokalee, because it's very cowboyish. You know, they've got their horses, their livestock, the farmers. They would probably have it. Or I'm trying to think of.
I wasn't sure
There's
about Rural King. That's a right? Rural King
oh,
or
I don't know.
Tractor Supply?
Tractor Supply. That's what I was trying to think of because
Yeah.
we do
Is
it.
that
There's
the
a
one
Tractor
that's
Supply.
down off of 41, and is there?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I would do a quick Google search, but I would go to something like a Tractor Supply. They would be able to hook you up with that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you'll have to take a picture and let me know because you've got a beautiful property with lots of vegetation and your koi ponds and everything like that. It's just gorgeous. So I can only
Right.
imagine what this will add to the ambiance.
We need more edible stuff now that they've got like the chemical spill in Ohio coming down the Mississippi and the drought in California. So I'm thinking vegetables are going to be a little expensive in the next 2 months.
Yeah, the vegetables coming from California have always been a little questionable anyway. Isn't that where they get the food poisoning stuff? You know,
Yes.
we spray our vegetables with all kinds of stuff. I gotta get my cat. Hold on. You can talk to the people.
I hear you, Kat.
So you're gonna do vegetables?
Well, what else do you grow?
Flowers.
Oh, well, we have plenty of flowers.
Um,
I might put marigolds in between, like pest control, but yeah. In fact, oh my God, you should come over because the jasmine is blooming. All the two bushes and a tree. It smells so good. The bougainvillea is blooming. My amaryllis is coming up. Got
yeah, it's that time of
wisteria.
year. Oh, amaryllis. I got to get over to Shelby's. He's still got my amaryllis plants and I got to transplant them. I think I'll wait till after they're done blooming though. I think I'll wait till the rains start.
I had one that was like when my mom passed, it had been hers, and I had it in a pot. It was first in a glass, like how they bloomed, and I put it in a pot out by my window. We've had to divide it three times now. It's in 3 pots. And
yeah, that's what
I don't
Shelby
do
said.
anything to it. They just go, woohoo, we love life.
Yeah, that's what Shelby said. He goes, you know, that plant, that plant's starting to take over. And I'm like, plant? He goes, yeah, that one over there that's got those flowers you really like. I go, the
Oh,
amaryllis.
yeah.
And he's like, yes.
Yes.
I went over. And yeah, it's really taking off where it's at. So I want to take part of it and see if I can't find someplace over here that it likes and will take off.
Yeah, I don't do anything to it, and it's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, vegetables. You know, the thing with the vegetables, have you ever tried to grow vegetables in Florida before?
I'm a yes, and so that's why I'm going to try above ground because our soil here was an abysmal failure. I bought
Yeah.
eggplants down at what is that place? near the mall, the organic store. It has
The
the
eggplant
clothing.
store.
Yes, we bought eggplant. The eggplants got no bigger than tomatoes.
Right. I'll tell you what, when we first moved down here, we had that, out in the States, we had lots of land. We're like, hey, well, let's grow our tomatoes because they grow tomatoes down here. Oh, and we'll grow, the growing season. It's weird down here because during the rainy season, like that's why I'm waiting to transplant a lot of my plants is because of the rainy season. So they'll take off. But the rainy season's so hot that it's counterintuitive to growing anything because it's too hot. So you have to grow during the winter when it's dry.
Right. And yeah, and we're on a critical dry period, a critical dry spell. I just saw that where they're
Yeah,
considering
it's
doing
fire
a burn
season.
ban again,
Yeah.
which I hope they do because we had to evacuate once because of the
Oh, yeah.
fire.
Yeah, it's fire season and
Yep.
yeah. So hopefully everybody be safe. Keep things, I see people toss their cigarettes out their car. Don't do that because we will burn. Yeah, and
And it won't be a disco inferno because that song
Mhm.
just came in my head when you said burn. I'm like, burn, baby, burn, disco inferno.
Yeah, what was it? A few years ago, there was one where I was sitting at Pine Ridge and was it Livingston and I forget whatever that one Marquesa place. And I was sitting at that light and ash was dropping on my car. And I was like, oh, and because that's kind of close in, so you have something really happening somewhere to have ash that far in dropping on stuff. So yeah, everybody stay safe. And
Yes.
you and I, we could keep going on and because I
But
enjoy our
maybe we should end it
company.
by introducing ourselves. I don't think we even did that today.
Well, we have the little ticker tape at the bottom.
Oh, that's true. Funny Fridays with Gwen Peterson and Denise Flood. So not only can you read it, but now we've said it.
There you go. And Denise, any other introduction you want to do about yourself?
Let's see. No, Denise Flood, change your frequency, change your life. If you happen to be on Amazon, take a look for my album.
Look at you. You're a billboard. I need to get one with my book.
You do.
And then we can stand up. We'll stand up in front of the cameras.
There you go. I'm trying to play with my little automatic thingy. I couldn't make it automatically do video, but I can make it automatically take pictures. I'm working on that.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, yeah, visit Amazon and grab up a CD of Denise's amazing meditations. And while you're there, you might as well just grab one of my books.
There you go.
Grab my book.
I was actually thinking about this. I'm thinking all my meditations, I'm thinking I should put them in book form because then they can read like poetry.
That's an idea.
Yeah.
Transcribe them.
Transcribe them.
There's an app for that.
There's an app for everything.
There is. There's amazing apps for everything. It's crazy, but they've made my life so much easier.
Very true. Very true.
Well, my dearest, it's been wonderful seeing you again.
I love our time together. And if tomorrow, if you're still on, thank you so much for popping in here. Yeah. A snowman is waiting for you. Message me because I want to know what oil to put with it. Cinnamon, peppermint, lemon. Oh, so many vitality oils.
So many ideas.
Yeah.
Depends if it's going to be a tea, a cocoa.
Right. Or a coffee. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ponder. All right. I love you.
All right, dear. Weekend. Love you too. Anybody listening to this in future land, feel free to leave notes, messages, comments. We'll get back to you. We look at our notifications. I do. I think Denise does. Every once in a while she'll answer me when I put something on hers.
I try to always answer that. That's that algorithm. Gotta
Yeah.
keep on moving.
Yeah.
Oh, see, now I am in the mood
Understand.
for Friday because everything now is popping up as a song.
I know. Happy weekend, everybody. Have a blessed weekend. Have lots of fun. Yeah, I thought this weekend was already March. So I've actually added a week to my month, which has been really good. And for some reason, the energy went out that, oh, Gwen's got an extra week. So my appointments for this week all rescheduled to next week because they were all like, no, we needed to be, I guess, at March. I don't know. It's really, the whole thing's weird. Right now, things are really weird.
So you're a time traveler, is what you're saying.
I guess so. I think so. I don't know. I did my class last night, went to go grab the notes for it. Couldn't find my notes anywhere. Not anywhere.
It's a good thing you're good at automatic downloads.
All
All right. Gotta run.
Hugs and kisses to everybody in you, my friend. Take care. Good luck finding your bales of straw.
Yes. Thank you.
Take care, sweetie. I gotta push.
Yeah, you gotta push the stop button.
I'm like, why isn't this ending? But it's not ending.
This
They
is
almost
the
started
show
talking
that
again, and I was like, oh,
ends.
dang,
It just goes on and on, my friend. You can